asking question about syntax. Now we have learned a lot about syntax, about the sentence structure in English language. So it demands that we should also apply our knowledge of syntax maybe to our native language or maybe to any other language. So if we want to make a research like this, so what type of inquiry we need to make? Let's have a look at this. So linguistics involve many topics of learning a language, including the study of syntax. In linguistics, the study of syntax involves learning how to structure sentences into a certain language. So we start from combining words to make phrases, to make sentences, and then we know how a language works in different types and patterns. So in syntax, you need to construct a basic syntactic description of a language. So when we come across a language and we want to study it, our knowledge of syntax help us a lot, because though the meaning of the word may be new for us, spelling new, but once we have started working on it, we can use the same rules to know how far they conform to this language or not, right? So we know that obviously we have studied the concept of universal grammar, that all languages have certain grammars, right? So grammars may be different in their parameters, but they work alike, right? Either a language that you speak well yourself or one for which you can find a native speaker as a consultant. So you also need the right kind of questions. That is very important to investigate for a better understanding of the language. So when you come across a language, let's say many of us know more than one language. For example, we have studied English, our native tongue, Punjabi, or any other regional language. And sometimes we may also know some language like Persian, like Arabic. So we can understand those language better if apply our syntactic knowledge to those language. But it should be work in a certain way. Taking that language as a short case study, you need to know how these questions could be answered. So the next topic refers to asking questions about syntax in the most literal way. It is hoped that the discussion we have covered so far, and we have studied a lot of topics in syntax. We started from the word morphology and we ended with the sentence, right? And we look at the grammar in its minute detail, right? So far has ignited in you some curiosity about the human language faculty more generally. We may briefly outline some issues and questions surrounding our syntactic ability that are currently widely debated within linguistics. The study of syntax in linguistics is quite challenging. So we find scholars like Chomsky, Zelling-Harris, and many others who have made contribution to this topic, since the learner has to know how to put words into sentence to make it sensible and avoid ambiguity. Obviously, when we learn a language, our purpose is to get our message across or to understand what other person has said. So the clarity is very important in this regard. So the choice of the topic on syntax is influenced by the difficulty that is experienced while learning a foreign language. So obviously, the topics are easier, the topics are difficult. So we pick up some topics which are very easy. We can pick up some topics which are difficult. Our own understanding of the language is very important, and that help us choose a certain topic. Obviously, as a general rule, when we can start from an easy topic, and with the passage of time, we can go to difficult topics. So when we come across a foreign language, what question should we ask? That is the question. So in next now, we'll talk on those questions.